Hey,
Sliding through the static glow, jamming, naming, got the flow. News that hits you in the soul. What it means to you should know. Ask why, leaning close, late night crew, raise a toast. Drip, drip, our daily drip. Tune in, don't let it slip. What's the word? What's the vibe? This is your show, come feel alive. Headlines turn to real talk. Jam drops, gems while Damon locks. Questions that make the clock stop. Late night thoughts in a backdrop. Eyes quiet, leaning close. Late night crew, raise a toast. Drip, drip, a daily drip. Tune in, don't let it slip. What's the word? What's the vibe? This is your show, come feel alive. What's in your cup? Let us fill it up. Jamming down, bringing all this stuff. Cash is paid, no face, no case. Be so smooth, got the whole world late. From coast to coast, we bring the toast. Our squad vibes, yeah, we do the most. We're a vibe, we're a vibe. Come and take a ride, hop us up, show love. We're running high, paid off. We don't mind the roads, dripping, dripping. From coast to coast. Oh, 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 oh. Valley nights, incense glow. Deep places, feel it flow. Drip, 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 yeah, we let it show. Our squad, let the rhythm grow. Everything, yeah, we hit the boats. Raise your cups, yeah, let's make a toast. Jam day, yeah, she's paid the host. Dripping daily, from coast to coast. Oh, 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 oh. Ooh, yeah. I see the glow from your screen, late night. Fingers dance, they spark. Ignite, binary hearts in a pixel fight. Swipe left, swipe right. Tell me, do I look alright in this frame of endless light? Drip, drip, we fall into the stream. Caught between the code and the dream. Subscribe to me. Don't let it fade. Our love's never take a break. Your voice is a waveform, smooth, divine. Graduate whispers sync with mine. Our rhythm sharp, our timing fine. Click here, stay near. Don't ghost me, disappear. Let's rewrite this atmosphere. We fall into the stream, caught between the code and the dream. Subscribe to me, don't let it fade. Raindrops fall on city pavement, washing secrets in the dark. Daily drip, the crowd's amazement. Knowledge streaming comes to spark. Thunder in the nighttime sky.
Get them ready. What up? What up? All right. Welcome, everybody. It's hard to believe it's already been a year that we've been doing this. So thank you for rocking with us. Thank you for rocking with us. We're going to make it quick because we got a whole bunch of drip that we're trying to pull in. So without further ado, I'm going to bring up my mans. Make sure you like and follow. And we got Plain Dame rolling in on the crew. So go ahead. Let them know what you're going to do. Go ahead and put up your socials and all that good stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Happy Dripversary, everyone. It's your man, Plain Dame. Another live show. Oh, man, it's been a year, y'all. It's been a year. Can't believe it. It feel like it flew by. You know what I mean? I feel like I added a few more patches of grays in my beard, but I'm still handsome and I'm still here. You understand me? Plain underscore Dame. I'm still here. I'm still strong. Stronger, actually. All of that. Thank you all that's been tuning in, man. Thank you all for the DMs. Thank you all for the constant reminders of why we do what we do here. We do love to entertain, but we also love to educate. So that's really the premise of this. And we all came together as a collective, decided that we were going to come and drip some info on you guys. It's kind of the way we wanted it to go. You know, slowly been growing. Everything's been looking good. You guys have been very, very responsive. The numbers have been exploding. I love it. Thank you. Can't say it enough.
All right. And without further ado, we're going to bring in the lady of the hour, Jim Jones.
Yo!
Y'all, how you doing? I know, happy Dripversary. How y'all doing? I'm so excited y'all are here. We have such a good show for you. It's gonna be, I would say spicy. The guys won't like that I say spicy, but I think it's gonna be a spicy show. A spicy show, a mixture of some of the things that from the news sector, and then some stuff that we can really have a good time reflecting on, because it's gonna be fun. So thank y'all for dripping with us. We very much appreciate y'all. All right, so once again, shout out to the producer before we go ahead and get into all this.
Oh,
we do have a lot. So shout out to Cassius Pay, holding us down, staying here. We appreciate you.
You're remiss without mentioning my man Check Mo, aka Check Low.
I ain't gonna say
not because the check is low, it's because he get the check and he keep it on the low. We don't brag about the bag here. You understand me? Happy Dripversary, my man.
For sure. So welcome to our daily drip. This is where the news moves fast and the comments move faster. So once again, don't forget, drop some drip in the comments. Let us know where y'all tuning in from. And then if you have any drip you want to add to it, go ahead and drop some drip in the comments so we can shout out, something relevant to the conversation. Once again, keep it respectful. We all here to have a good time. It's a show, y'all. So let's go. All right. So tonight's show isn't about outrage. Remember, it's about patterns. So while we do this, let's just keep this in mind. Who's deciding it? Who's dealing with the aftermath? Let's get to it. You're going to see why. So This one is gonna raise a few eyebrows. Okay, so if y'all don't know, Gen Z really doesn't drink, right? They're not really like a drinking generation. So we don't hear as much. Oh, y'all don't. Okay, all right. Well, Gen Z typically from the reports, they say that Gen Z doesn't drink as much as millennials, right? So now I'm about to clutch some pearls, y'all. I'm here to ask what this message sends about underage drinking. What am I talking about? Let me get into this. I think everybody would agree that parents should set the boundaries, right? Your parent should be the one to tell you, yeah, we are going to allow drinking, not allow drinking. But a new law in Ohio is going to allow parents to give alcohol to their children, y'all. So let me find this one for y'all. It's dug way deep in what I was looking at. Here we go. All right, y'all. According to Black millionaires, okay. So drinking age in Ohio is 21, right? So in this situation, if this is it would permit parents or legal guardians to give alcohol to their underage children as long as the parent or guardian is present. A spouse who is 21 or older can also allow their underage partner to drink under the same conditions. So if I'm 21 and my husband is 20, I can hand him a drink because I ain't his mama, but that's my husband. So this applies in private and public settings, including restaurants. Why is this important? So you have places in different cities where they may have, I don't know, like sporting events or downtown areas where you can drink and walk in these little areas, right? So that would allow drinking for underage people in these areas, just to make note of that. So anyone who provides alcohol to an underage person outside of those specific situations can face criminal penalties including up to 6 months in jail and $1,000 fine. So there's a few other things in that, but drop some drip in the comments. Do y'all think that this is a good law? Do you think that this is something that should expand? Do you think that they would like this anyways? I mean, it was kind of I feel like when I was growing up, people were doing that anyways.
That's what I was about to say. Like it was all like I'm an 80s baby. You know what I mean? And when I grew up, in fact, it was so funny because I was just watching a very, very old movie, and these kids were 15, 16, sitting at the table with the parents. They were drinking wine like a mother. They was getting lit sitting there and having a conversation like they were all adults. And I'm like, yo, this is big. I thought about it and I'm like, this was kind of normal. Then it seemed like the 90s came along. We were like, kids.
They were still doing that in the 90s. They were still giving, even in the 2000s. Like
I'm saying without the parents. It wasn't like you sitting there across from the parentals and it was just like, oh, have some wine, baby, and some bread. That wasn't going on in the 90s. In the 90s,
that's cultural though, right? Like some cultures they do that, don't they? Don't they be like, oh, we have wine with our, alcohol or with our dinner?
Yeah. And it was interesting. It was one 90s movie I saw with Corey Haim. Rest in peace. He dominated the 80s with movies. Corey Haim and Corey Feldman. You guys probably know those names. I'm showing my age a little bit. But in the movie, him and his girlfriend and the father, who didn't like him, still was pouring him up wine. And I'm like, so it was a thing. So, I mean, I don't know. In this culture right now, a newborn, if they crawl a certain way, you would call it, if it was a boy born, a boy baby, it could be a girl baby and all this kind of stuff. So I'm shocked that they even kept the limitations on drinking where it has been for so long. I'm shocked they didn't come for that. Well, they're old enough to make the decision. They can sip some vodka too. It doesn't shock me. That's a
kind
shot.
of what's going
All
on.
right, so let me put in my
Before you
2
do that,
cents of
shout out
this.
to Joe. Yes, it's been 1 year. Shout out to Joe. I saw you in the comments. Shout out to you. Sorry, you was drinking Mad Dog 2020 back in the like younger, like little kid years is wow.
I could tell some stories. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna act like I'm an angel either. But go ahead, brother.
Yeah, so like I mean, Ohio's late to the party when it comes to a lot of this. When it comes to consumption of alcohol, there's plenty of states that already do it. So you got Alaska, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Georgia. I'm not gonna keep listening. It's more than not. It's more than half of the union, we'll say.
Right.
But there's
That's
also
why
a
I'm like,
subset of states that allow it. It explicitly lets minors with a parent do it in bars or restaurants as opposed to just in private homes. Now, these are the ones that you'd be able to guess: Texas, Wisconsin, South Dakota, Wyoming. These places have got tractors, and and other ones allow minors to drink with license in licensed premises. So that's restaurants and bars when a parent or guardian or spouse over 21 is present and consents.
So basically, what this law is basically proposing, it's that's basically what they're proposing on that. So is that Linda Gonzalez? Shout out to Linda Gonzalez. I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure what question I might have missed personally, but the law basically, Linda, what we're bringing up is that 21 is the legal age to purchase alcohol, right? However, you can purchase for people who are not 21 in public areas, such as like, let's say you going to a football game and y'all sitting at the bar and your 10-year-old is with you. They're saying it's cool for you to go ahead and hand that 10-year-old a beer. Like, we at the game, homie, go ahead and drink. We drinking, where they bite the beer and pour the, like we're doing it together.
oh,
So like they're like nobody can say
stuff.
Yeah, like the handstands with the beer and all that. Like they're saying that even if the cops were to walk by, let's say at tailgating per se, right? It's gonna be real hard for you to tell who mama didn't give them the beer, So so Linda, you're asking about how do you start a live? I would definitely recommend to go to some of the YouTube channels that will tell you some different tools and stuff that you can use to go live, depending on what you're looking to do. But for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and continue with the show. But yeah, you could go, if you look on YouTube, they'll give you a couple of different things, like depending on what you want to do with that, to tell you different mechanisms you can use to go live, something specifically. But I'm gonna keep us on track with this. But shout out to you, Linda. My concern with the underage drinking is this: how are they going to match up that Mike Thomas is the dad of Julie Timmons?
They not.
So basically, anybody can get whoever drunk. That's really my concern.
They ain't gonna give a damn. Look, they're gonna be looking like, oh, okay, it's somebody's mama and daddy is in there because homeboy lit right now. So somebody had to give it to him. We not gonna ask no questions. This is a paperwork ducker here. But why would the kid even be in a situation if they weren't, with somebody?
I happen to think that it's not paperwork ducking as much as is I miss this generation, right? Generation Z or whatever. I miss them
because they don't drink really,
right? So I need to go back and hand out these Happy Meals. You know what I'm saying? So you need to indoctrinate that missed generation to get back and drink some of this rice beer that people get. Shout out to Budweiser. So that's pretty
losing
much
money.
Exactly.
They losing money. Just like this Philip Morris and them, they looking like, damn, it ain't enough people smoking no more. Yeah. So all the vices that's out there, people put it like this. There's a huge get healthy, get to the gym movement. Gyms are making billions of dollars while everything else is starting to, pockets are getting a little thinner because people are waking up to what's going on and what it takes to actually remain healthy. So
well, shit, for the first time, it's like your life expectancy is lower than your grandma's. You get what I'm saying? Your grandma about to live longer than you.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of sense does that make? You know what I'm saying? And
where we
she
at.
smokes cigarettes.
Right. She just don't eat what you eat.
What the cigarettes that she's smoking, what you smoking today? It was actual tobacco in there.
Right.
Now, you know, I could go down the line on that. I know we moving too fast. I know you got a lot to cover. Go ahead.
I do. So you already hit on a part I was going to talk about, but yeah. So, and that takes us straight to the people who are supposed to model responsibility. So let's talk a little bit about public servants and personal alignment. Wait, before we, oh no, Joe. And then you mentioned a bodega. Joe, are you in New York? Joe might be in New York. Talking about a bodega.
I meant to ask Joe. Meant to ask my man Joe where you from.
We're trying to out my man's location. Don't do that.
He said bodega. That's usually like
bodega is New York stuff, but that don't matter. All right. Let Joe be Joe.
Shout out to Joe Schmo from Brooklyn.
Right.
Shit, whatever.
Dirty Mac. We over here, Dirty Mac.
My dog
Not
Joe.
From Brooklyn. From Brooklyn is wild.
Brooklyn is reach. They got money.
Oh no, it like timed out. So the video I wanted to talk about is when you're a public servant, my question is, do your personal beliefs get to outweigh the public you serve? So I'm trying to get this to load up. It looks like, oh no.
While you bring it up, we'll be professional. We can talk.
I might not be able to because I got too much stuff running, plus this running on it. So
all right.
All right. So long story short, I could just sum it up if y'all want to, because it's just a general question if you want. There was, I can't remember what name the guy was, but he is a public servant serving an, I'm not doxing you, Joe.
She mad because you talk about that OF that she got on the low. That's all that is.
Serving in office, and come to find out he ended up being outed for talking about interracial marriages and dating, and that he believed that people should stick to their own race and their own people. And like other people started like commenting that also worked as a public servant, like, yeah, you know, he kind of like gave that vibe and he was saying XYZ. And then, but in public, he was very much like, oh no, everyone is fine. Everything is fine. I believe that everybody can do what they want to do, but behind closed doors. He was like, absolutely not. Y'all need to go with y'all folks, and y'all need to go with y'all folks. Drop some drip in the comments. Do you think that that is putting on a professional face? Right? Or do we think that that is putting on a false face when we're talking about actual politics where you're voting for someone and you think there's some one way and they're really another? Drop the drip in the comments. Plain Dane, what you think about that? Do you think it's a professional move? Oh no, he's on mute. We can't hear you. Oh no, I think your mic went out. Oh no, but so I'll go while he's getting to
Yo, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're good now.
Can you hear me now?
So we can.
Yeah,
do you think it's a professional move, or do you think that that's just like basically putting on a mask?
I mean, it's definitely putting on a mask. Everybody put on a mask at their workplace. The problem is that you got to know when the hell to take it off. And social media is not the place to do it. And most people that are public servants work for companies that have strong, stuff that you have to sign in order to do your job. So they have a media situation where you have to be very, very careful what you post, because it will come back to bite you, especially when they launch their investigations. All it takes is one or two people to say, you know what, I think he's a closeted racist, or he doesn't like interracial marriages, or he doesn't like gay people, whatever the case is, for them to start launching that investigation.
You could be working at Louisiana's finest, flipping them chickens. You still might have to sign one of them things. So
yeah, everybody has to sign it now. It's the thing now. That's day one now. You get hired on a job, you're gonna see something in that paperwork that there is a social media clause. So you better say that ish for the dinner table when folks ain't got their phones on, and be careful with that too, because phones pick up everything. Now your search history is getting in question.
So this is the video. We don't necessarily have to click it unless y'all want to go through it, but that's
just go ahead. You gonna pull it up? Go ahead and pull it out. Pause.
There's a reason I'm asking. If you're cool with it, then congratulations. You're part of the 94% of Americans who, according to Gallup polling, say they approve of marriages between Black people and white people. If you're not cool with it, you might be this guy. Michael Ray is the Democrat from Halifax County who lost a razor-thin primary in 2024 to a public school.
First of all, that's why it was significant. I forgot. He's a Democrat, and they're about to pull out all kind of receipts on this man.
teacher named Rodney Pierce, and now Ray is trying to win that NC House seat back. Now, what does any of this have to do with interracial marriage? Some pretty serious allegations have just surfaced from two of Ray's former colleagues in Raleigh. First, Senator Greg Meyer says that back when he was new to the General Assembly in 2014, Ray pulled him aside and warned him to, quote, watch out for the blacks, unquote, after Meyer had attended an event with then President Barack Obama. Now, after Senator Meyer shared that recollection online, another former colleague, Representative Raymond Smith Jr., said he remembered Ray stopping him in a hallway and telling him at one point during the interaction that whites should marry whites and blacks should marry blacks. Now, Ray denies these allegations.
Okay, so they're allegations, right? The key reason why this is so problematic is the party he's representing historically is supposed to be for inclusivity, right? And if this
let's not say that now.
I said supposed to be.
You gonna say historically? No, not always. It was actually kind of on a reverse.
I'm sorry, supposed to be in current state, because this is not somebody in no black and white picture. Okay, that picture looked pretty new. That's
speaking of putting on a professional face. That party is good at that when it comes to this type of relationship with, color, with the racism and all of that. He looked like he done said the N-word a few times. Look, you seen his face. He looked like a stormtrooper. Gestapo. He looks like that. Like his name might be Hoppo Gestapo on a video game somewhere. I don't know. But bottom line is, again, you got to keep your ideas tucked. And everybody's not your friend. And for some reason, these nerds get this work, and for some reason they think everybody they damn friend, and they can give them all of their personal thoughts on different stuff that people not even asking for. Watch out for those blacks. Like, who asked you?
Yeah, nobody
watch out for those blacks has been a thing all over the globe, so that's what allows that narrative to take hold. But
so I didn't want to spend a lot of time on it, but the reason why I brought that up was I did slightly kind of want to touch on how this relates to the ICE incident a little bit, but I don't know if we want to go down that. I don't know if we want to go down that path, y'all, because that might take us a long time to get out of it if we go down.
What does this have to do with black people? Like,
right. No, not about black people, but about putting on a face about something. About like going out, like you don't see, like, who do you see out there doing all this? That's where I was going at with that. Is you would think that if we're talking about being inclusive and letting people do stuff, it's actually wild that, like,
who is that protesting like that?
I would have never, anyways, we don't have to go. We don't have to go down that.
Bumper car.
We don't go down. We don't have to do that. So okay, so. This brings us to a topic where belief, policy, and mental health collide. So we don't get it. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna get a little bit into the heavy, and then we're gonna come back out into the mess. Okay,
that's cool.
Because this is about to this. I do want to get, as we talk about things that are hard. This particular video is about abortion, and. Yeah, I'm trying to.
I don't know. Can you say that? Or do you have to say something else that people say when they don't say that? I can't remember.
Are you not allowed to say a medical? It's a medical procedure.
Okay.
I don't know what to tell him.
No, I think you can say that.
The unaliving of fetuses.
Well, it ain't necessarily about that per se. It's more so about like mental health and like some of those things, but I wasn't talking about doing none of that. Y'all took it there. It wouldn't.
But that's what you just called it. Like, what is okay?
You're talking about proper terminology for it. That's all. They don't like me. We don't want to get us flagged. They see me already. They like push the button. That's what they saying right now.
All right, so this is gonna be an interesting story.
Oh,
and this what we're gonna talk about.
She already looked like it's about to be some mess. Like who is giving her that fire?
So we talked about a couple of different things on this show. I don't want to. This is a lady on another show. Okay, this is not gonna be a story about.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I'm about to say. If she give us this whole, go ahead.
This video is going to touch on a couple things we've talked about in the past, which is why it's relevant to our Dripiversary. Okay, so it's going to talk about parents who should not have kids in the house. So the full nesters that we talked about, it's going to talk a little bit about the full nester situation. It's going to talk about body rights. It's going to talk about mental health. And then finally, it's going to talk about the choice that you have based on some of the things that happen. So keep that in mind as we go through this, because I think this is interesting.
For refusing to help my parents care for my son who they adopted. I'm an oops baby. Am I the asshole for refusing to help my parents care for my son who they adopted? I'm an oops baby. My folks had me when they were in their early 40s. I got pregnant when I was in university. I probably can't write here why I didn't want it. I wanted to not be pregnant, but my parents said that they would cut off all aid to me if I did that. So I carried it to term. Then I wanted to put the child up for adoption or drop him off at a fire station or something. I was not in a good place. My parents insisted on adopting him, so he is legally my brother. I don't hate him, but he is a reminder of something terrible that happened to me.
Okay. Did y'all catch that before we go through? What happened is this person got pregnant in college. They did not want said baby. They said, listen, mom and dad, I'm not going to do this. They said, oh, just have the baby. We'll take care of the baby, because after she tried to, wanted for adoption, they're going to end up keeping this baby, and the baby is her legal brother. Okay, so just so everybody's up to speed.
There.
Looks on his face.
Go ahead.
I now go back home as little as possible, maybe 2 days a year. I have graduated and I have a life far away from my parents. My brother is 12 now, and he is not well behaved. My parents are now in their 70s and are having a shitty retirement. They dedicate all their time to him.
Go ahead.
He gonna blame them for your quote unquote son brother about the bad behavior when they ain't got the energy. They looking at you like, help me. Help me.
Come get your son sibling.
Right.
They can't take the vacations they planned. They won't downsize to a condo, so they still have yard work and stuff that he can't help with. None of my actual siblings will watch him to give them a break. They reached out to me for help. I said no.
Full nester. I can't stand y'all that you're laughing. So they would be full nesters.
I said, hell no, mom and dad.
That's crazy.
So these are some people who should not have any kids in their home, right? So we talked about this before. And also talked about, your rights as a woman as well, because she definitely said, I don't want this baby, because what ended up happening to I'll once we get past she had an essay happen to her. And so because of that, she did not want this baby. So that is actually why she did not want this baby.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
That's
I said that he is their son and their responsibility. They think I'm being cruel for forcing them to do everything after they helped me so much. It took everything I had in me not to cuss them out. Some of my relatives have reached out to me to see why I refused to help fix the mess I made. Then I cursed them out and blocked them. None of them helped when I was pregnant against my will. The biological father is on the registry and cannot be near kids, before you ask. Update on refusing to help my parents with my son.
So we'll leave it there. I'll give you all the update, the cliff notes after So we talk a lot about.
Just do the update now, please, so that we can just get it in. Please, just do the update.
She ended up. I think their advice was something along the lines of, you should write down, just write certain aspects down. After she went through this exercise, wrote these things down, she then realized, like, hell no, I ain't taking care of these kids. They ain't my damn kid. This y'all kid. And so she decided to send everybody pictures of things, like the aftermath of some of the things, some of the downsides that happened to her from giving birth, as well as from being pregnant, and then some of the details about like her essay that she did go to the police about and stuff like that. And then she blocked all her family members. Some of them tried to go to other means to try to reach out, right? Because they're like, listen, your parents need help. And she said, I don't care about none of that. Like, this is not my baby. I told you I didn't want this baby. I even tried to give the baby up for adoption. I didn't put this baby on them. And so she said she feels at peace. So that's the update on that. Oh my gosh. So I'm just looking at the comments. So that's what happened with that. Here's my thing. I understand. I understand because if I didn't want this baby and I said, listen, I know it's I gotta do what I gotta do. And that was what I wanted to do, was to not be beholden to this baby in this way. And I'm okay with what the, aborting the mission is, then that's up to me. Like, I don't like why you circle. It's almost like you had a baby and chick find you after 15 years and want 15 years back child support. You like, girl, I didn't even know this baby was here. Why I gotta pay you 15 years of child support today? Like, because I just, to me, she didn't want the baby. Y'all said, we'll take the baby. To me, you took all responsibility on that baby. That's where I'm at with, like, I mean, doing what she did as far as blocking everybody and stuff is wild, but I can understand. I said, I didn't want the baby. I said, I didn't want it. Y'all was like, I got it. Okay, you got this. Your baby.
That's what I'm saying.
Sound like a dude to me. That's all I'm saying.
Your baby.
Sound like a dude. I mean, but she obviously has no emotional attachment to that situation outside of the trauma that it brought.
Correct.
And you got captive save a mommy daddy. They're already helping enough. Now, oh no, we'll be fine. We'll take the baby. You tripping? Okay, mama.
But it was to stay financial. And another part of that too is you only went through with this though. That's the caveat. You only went through with this though because you wanted to keep money, like being helped by your parents. When your other option too was, it's cool, I don't need y'all money. Bye-bye to you and that baby.
Right.
Yeah, they was gonna cut her off. Yeah.
Cut me off then. But me and this baby ain't about to be here.
I mean, but
obviously there's I guess religious or moral aspect to this, where that's part of the mechanism. However, Father Time don't wait on nobody, and as much as they would have wanted to take over the shift, it was in hopes that once you grow up a little bit.
Oh, in like 5 6 years, when she gets out of school, she'll be fine. She'll realize
not that she'll be fine, but she will look at this differently because she has lived a little bit. I think that's where that's coming from.
Yeah.
Wrong kid.
So they might have thought about that, but at the same time too, she like, okay, this is damn near ruining my life. Do I really want to even go a step further? And now I got to make life even extra harder after even going through a pregnancy that I didn't want, didn't plan for, didn't ask for. It's so many different layers to this onion. But I look at the parents, because there's no way in hell my wife would have convinced me to take this essay baby. No way. I'd have been like,
Bro, at 50, I ain't taking nobody, baby. 50? I'm almost done.
Listen, we gotta put a little rough up for they gotta come get little rough up. This is not an OG call, and we not keeping it. Gotta go. I'm sorry. It's too many. I'm sorry. Little rough gotta go. Little rough up gotta go, Jack. I'm sorry. First of all, I'm not even taking on the responsibility. I barely want the one we paying for in the school with her ungrateful. Hey, that's how I'd have been talking. Of course, I love all my babies. Of course, you know that.
But you just saying like that like, why would you take that on? But meanwhile, Cassius Payne is saying that it might be like a religious traditional aspect to it, which if that's the case, then I guess they have to abide by that though. Like if our church and everybody knows, that you're having a baby, like we kind of gotta do it. Like,
and then sometimes it's a couple things. So there's some caveats that I understand. Sometimes it's like some incestuous type of behavior that happens where they don't want that, because it can get real in that way with a lot of these, because sometimes it's close in proximity to those types of crimes. The other aspect of it is sometimes people are genetically have predisposition of having that, and then you remind them of the person that did it because you look just like them when you grow up, it's gonna trigger me to be some kind of way. Or if you have some of those tendencies that I've seen before this particular situation happened, and now I'm looking at you like, oh no, this is Chucky's son. By Chucky, I mean the doll. So
oh my goodness, no, he ain't just riding Chucky. Yes, I know you did not just
right. So what do you know, brother?
You probably don't even know what the Bride of Chucky is, which is wild. But I mean, maybe I said that's my.
It's
a lot. Yeah, I can understand.
I get it. I definitely get it. I understand the frustration and all on both. I understand the frustration on both parties, but I'm just like, look, okay, it's enough y'all making her carry the baby to term. It's like y'all whooping her with this decision. You know what I mean?
Like lifelong. Like when y'all go and that kid do a 23andMe.
Listen,
my sister is my mama. My sister is my mama.
That little rice kernel would have been sucked out. Soon as she found out whatever.
Oh my goodness, y'all.
Little rough up gotta go.
Oh my goodness. So the last
that happens.
The little rough up gotta go. Oh my gosh. So let's talk about control.
Can you read the last comment before we go?
Oh, yeah, that kid, shout out to Joe. Yeah, that kid is gonna grow up and be resented by the mom. It sounds like she already resent him today.
What? First of all, why you think he acting out in the first place?
Exactly. You don't know what's going on.
That part right there. You hit.
You already you old ass people got me in here. I want to do some things. You can't jump rope. You can't take me. You can't play basketball. Daddy in there tomorrow. You can't even lift the basketball. I'm in there. So he resent everything. I get it. He didn't ask to be here.
He definitely didn't ask to be here.
Yeah. And cats with old ass parents that be like 70 years old, they be like 10. They be ready to go to sleep. They do whatever the hell they want. Like that. I mean, they ain't got it no more.
Just don't kill yourself.
You can't say that either.
Sorry.
Can't do nothing.
Yeah, don't hurt yourself. Rather, like in a phrase, don't hurt yourself, kid. Like just don't break stuff at my house.
I've had friends with the old parents. Man. Pay Gertrude and them no damn mind, man. We cool, bruh.
Right. I do what I want.
Just like that. If you don't take your old ass upstairs, mama, we about to sit down here and drink and do ratchet shit. Get out of here. What's she gonna do?
I'm about to do hood rat shit with my friends.
Okay, Gorilla.
I'ma call your uncle. Call his 60. What are you gonna do? Now he really stunting. You know what I mean? Like,
right. You're gonna have to call one of my cousins, and I'm gonna whoop his ass because you got to
call one of your nephews.
Yeah, you
one of my nephews.
You the uncle, you the same age as your nephew and shit. Like that is crazy.
Speaking of crazy, let's talk about thoughts. So
I love thoughts. Let's go.
We got Florida versus OnlyFans. So a Florida governor candidate named James Fishback is doubling down on this 50% tax as a deterrent to stop women from doing OnlyFans, aka the thoughts these hoes owe taxes.
Damn.
Which is diabolical, y'all.
Savagery.
These hoes owe taxes.
Do it to stop them is to create a tax that's so high, Sneeko, that they don't even want to do it in the first place. And so, look, what THOT stands for is these hoes owe taxes, okay? And what I've said is that I'm going to take this money and improve our school lunches. Something.
First of all, the fact that he went on wax and said these hoes owe taxes is crazy.
The fact that he want to take what they make from their box and put it into a lunch box is insane. He said, I'm going to use this money to buy lunch.
Said, not munch, lunch.
Not munch, lunch.
Oh. My goodness.
That Michelle Obama promised to do and never actually got around to. But look, Sophie Rain owes the state of Florida $42 million. If she's going to be a resident here, if she's going to go around and sell her images on the internet, we want a cut of it. Or if she wants to stop doing it, she can stop doing it. Those are her choices. Give us our taxes or she can quit OnlyFans and do something actually dignified.
So my question to y'all is Florida taking aim at OnlyFans really about morality, or is it about power? Because the real question for all y'all, drop some drip in the comments. Who decides what work is acceptable? Who benefits from restricting it? And also, let's talk about why autonomy is only controversial when it's profitable. Or is it not? Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think that Florida is going after them for morality, or is it that we tell you what to do? You gonna do it?
I think it's a combination of both. You got to think about it. You got guys with OnlyFans too, so they gonna feel the effects. Now, do they make as much as the women?
I was gonna say they ain't making a candle of that, boy.
But you know, you got some that's collabing and they bringing in the bag. You know, they doing what they do, but they gonna be affected by this too, because you know everybody go to Florida to film. A lot of people move down there just for that. You know what I mean? Either they own OnlyFans or they shop in the box anyways. They just, you know, they on the boulevard with it, hard on the boulevard. So I don't know.
That's what I was gonna bring up too. Is like, I mean, effectively, it's a sin tax. So if this is a sin tax, then you might as well make the prostitution illegal and just take half of you know, the hoes on the stroll and just go ahead and do that too.
Charge that honey
like
bunny.
that's real pimp shit right there though. Just
yeah.
So ain't no need for a pimp if you already gotta make them transactions and half of it is going.
I would be pissed this day and age sitting in Florida and I snap my fingers and I don't see none of my crows come running back because they like I filled out this W-9. You is not the boss of me, bitch. Like I'm a
Joe, they going to Miami while you asking that question.
Man, them hoes in Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale is Miami, right?
Them hoes in no collar.
Yeah, okay. Opalaka, whatever.
Opalaka, they down there with the Chucky doll sitting in the passenger seat with them. Tommaso, hey, want a friend?
So,
Lord, play a game.
So as we are talking about this and babies and all of those things, we are going to go ahead and go into actions have aftermath, and let's talk about IVF a little bit. So IVF has led to a record number of single moms because IVF is a miracle of science, right? But like all technology, it's going to change behavior. And what we're seeing is intention colliding with outcome. More women are choosing motherhood solo, not because families don't matter, but because timelines, economics, and trust have shifted. The question really isn't whether IVF is good or bad. The question is whether our social systems are ready for the reality that it's creating. Because this, my friends, is potentially the reality. Whether it be that you started with someone and not end with them in some of these instances in this journey, or the fact that you know that time is essentially, quote, running out, right? If you feel that way, and you're going to just do it. So this is an example. It's Laura Terry. I can share this with y'all, but so she ended up getting a sperm donor, right? And she is I can't remember what she did for it. She is at a top management consulting firm. So she had a baby, IVF, right? And she did most of this, from what I understand, I'll give you all the clip notes. She did most of this alone. She didn't really have any help. This is her with her mother holding the first baby. She chose a donor based on the criteria that she had preferable and so forth. And she just really wanted to be a mom, but she really wanted to have a career. And this for her was the ability to do both. Huda from what was the show she used to be on? Huda and what show did Huda used to be on? It was a morning show. And now Baby Bush daughter's on there. Jenna Bush is on there now. I think it used to be called Jenna and Huda. Huda is similar to this. Huda did this at like 60, which is no thank you.
But this is not the same. I'm just gonna be honest. You know, like, well, I guess it technically is.
It is Huda
single moms. Yeah. I'm a single mom by choice type situation.
Correct.
Like what the Ebony K. Williams lady? Like,
Yes.
you know, and then you want to talk about how hard it is to be a single mom when you actually like that's the part I don't agree with. Like, don't sit here and complain to me about something that you said that you want to get into. You knowingly made these choices, and you're gonna say, "I got to get up," and then come on now, no.
So in these instances, they're not complaining about it. By the way, like they're not complaining, but they're just two women. These are two different instances. Like this lady right here is 48. She has a 2-year-old, so she did this at like 45. And by the way, IVF can range from $15,000 to $30,000. A lot of money. And so these women are just saying that they chose to do this, and they're seeing a trend in educated women to do this as well. So much so that President Trump is also announced proposals to reduce the cost of the drugs necessary for this. You see a lot of, I've seen a post on LinkedIn recently where someone took a pay cut because they're trying to start a family with, I think they're married though, and they're married and they were trying to start a family, and they took a pay cut to take a job that offered benefits to help cover IVF. And I don't know if they're older or not, or whatever the situation may be for them.
A lot of people aren't older that have, you know, fertility issues.
Yeah, so I don't know their situation, but you know, some people are like, that is what I'm saying is from a societal perspective, like things are shifting, right? Back in the day, think about it. How many of y'all had aunties that just didn't have no kids? They just didn't have no kids. They were not going to do, like, they probably wouldn't have even done, maybe they would have done an IVF, but since it didn't exist, they just didn't have kids. And this gives a whole group of women an opportunity to do something that historically they wouldn't have been able to. Like once you pass your time, or was it whatever wasn't working out, that was it. You was gonna be somebody's stepmama at best. Auntie and stepmama was the two roles you had. Maybe adopted mom or foster mom, but you wouldn't be able to do this.
Some of these women frighten me. I've had these conversations because they so technical and it's disgusting sometimes. Like, put it like this. You get all of these career women, right? Because I get these calls all the time. They come in very curt. Nothing about them is warm or motherly. And I'm like, my God, this person is trying to actually multiply. Like, we really don't need another one of this person out here. But you know, with a baby, they're going to take on that personality too. It's awful. But they come in, yes, this is what I want. I'm like, hi, my name is such and such. You know, try to, yes. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you, but I just don't have the time. But this is what I'm looking for. I want to know if such and such carrier covers IVF. Because I'm already started, but I just can't. It's very expensive. I'm like, you're trying to be a mom? Like, first part of parenting is patience.
So let's pause for a second. This is interesting because I don't think women a lot of times hear that part from men. Like, that's the perception. That's an interesting perception. Like, to hear.
That's reality. There ain't no perception.
I don't think women probably even hear it like that though.
Like, they don't hear themselves.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just I'm just trying to have this baby. Like, that's really like how, like, look, I'm trying to have this baby. There's a timeline, there's stuff I gotta do, very much boom, boom, boom. But the way you're describing this, not sorry to cut you off, but the way you're describing this is great to put out there, to give a different perspective of how does it sound on the other side. Like that might be how you sound on the other side, even if you don't mean
and then they upset when because right now IVF is not something that's traditionally covered by ACA plans at all. Like, you have to have a group coverage most of the time. I don't want to say the name of the company, but they're one of the bigger the big 3 or 4 companies out there. They exclusively cover IVF really, really well on the open access PPO side of things, right? But they come in thinking that because this particular carrier has a lot of different plans. Yes, I've been doing my reading. I don't need you. I really particularly don't even like brokers because I feel like they're crooks, but this is what I'm looking for. And I'm like, you want me to help you?
Right, like you called me.
You called me.
This is the cold call.
So I'm like, IVF at this point stands for idiot is virtually fucked, because I'm not about to give you any information. Because listen to how you talking.
Oh my goodness.
This idiot is virtually fucked. And I look at that in the sense of parenting. Like, you're gonna be sitting there with this kid that's gonna be a huge disappointment because you're very like this. You gotta, to be a parent, you have to have some sort of, especially a mother, there has to be you gotta be strong and firm, but you gotta have some patience. There is zero patience on those calls. And I mean, I got dozens of them in the tank. I go back, I teach off of it. This is how you deal with these sort of questions. They be like, why did you say that at that point? Plain dang, why did you? I said, because I already knew how this call was gonna go. I already heard it, and it becomes a battle of, because at the end of the day, I hate to say this too, but a lot of our career women, they feel like they got to drag imaginary testicles that they don't have on the front end to gain respect. And I'm like, they catch more flies with honey than vinegar, sweetie. You don't have to be
This is a good one. In this article, they reference that they had a neighbor that I guess didn't know them yet. Maybe they just moved to the house. I can't remember what she said. But yeah, they moved in their new home in Nashville. And she said, they asked like, oh, like, basically, where's your husband? She's just like, oh, he's not here.
I don't have a husband.
She explained they were a mom and kids family with 2 cats. And he said, oh, I'm sorry. And she said, was he sorry that I didn't have a husband? I still don't know to this day.
I'm sorry for the cats.
Well, hold on. If a woman told you that she was a mom and kids family with 2 cats, and you said, oh, I'm sorry, what do y'all think? What do you think he meant by that? I just want to make sure.
He was basically saying, like, I apologize for assuming that you had
right.
That's all that was.
That's really all it was.
Like, I'm sorry if I offended you, essentially is what it's saying without saying the whole damn thing.
And on top of that, what probably brought on the sorry was the facial expression that she probably displayed when he asked about whatever he asked about. A lot of women are so, like, not dialed into their body language at all. And that's another thing, I hate it. But I know some strong female CEOs, boy, that can probably play some poker and whoop some A. Because you never know what they thinking. They never give you, you know what I mean? They never give you that energy. But that
takes discipline to get that way.
That's what I'm saying.
A man or a woman, it takes discipline.
Right. And only men who have stared down barrels of weapons or have been in very competitive areas of sports and academia really learn that. You get what I'm saying? If you've been raised by that emotional sunflower at home, you're gonna, every time somebody say, you're gonna have this face. Oh, I'm sorry. To this day, I don't know why he was sorry. Because you probably gave him that face that said, oh, I'm offended. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Joe, you ain't right. You ain't right.
That resting bitch, it ain't even resting. It's like your face turned up anytime somebody mentioned like family. It's me and the cats and the kids.
Right, because you already offended. You already offended. Like I've had women say, before you ask, no, I am not married. I just, right now, I'm getting of age, and the good eggs I have left, I want to have babies. That's I'm like, ma'am, I haven't judged you, asked you anything. All I asked you, ma'am, was what is your damn zip code? That's it. I just want to know if I could even find something for you. But they like, I'm before you ask me. I said, ma'am, I haven't even gotten your name yet.
I'm crying. So
no, for real. Like,
so I bring that up from a social perspective. We just talked about a variation of things before we get into the rewind and rethink. We just discussed a situation where, a woman had a baby she didn't want, right? We just discussed the young woman being like, listen, I'm gonna go get this bag, and Florida said, listen, we need 50% of that. What you doing with that hoo-ha? I need 50% of that. And now we're looking at a situation where, the women did what they're supposed to do, right? Like get educated, go to school and stuff like that. By the time they do everything that they may, or as much as they can off their list, time is running out, right? From the psychological, like time is running out, right? And so they want to have a baby. And so this is the social.
Okay, who said they were supposed to do that? Because it seems that some people got the memo and some didn't when it comes to family planning while in college. Some, like you supposed to go to college. Like you don't have to have tunnel vision. You can do 2 things at one time.
Well, I mean, do you want me to keep it real? You want me to keep it?
Go ahead and keep it real. What do you mean?
I don't think I've ever heard a dad, and I could be wrong, but I personally, in my actual like in person, I've not heard a dad tell their daughter that while they're in college, they should be looking for someone to build life with. Every single one, at least in my era, they told us to make sure you go to school so you can provide for yourself, including your father, including your uncle, including any man. No one really says, well, if you find a nice young man, then you should consider doing XYZ towards a value. You would have to get that from like going to a church religion in a line and kind of like and that's why people get married young. You know what I'm saying?
You don't need church for that.
I'm just saying, but they ended up getting married young. But it's hard to do that if you out in the club, dudes out in the clubs. Y'all ain't think about that nice girl who's reading her book back at her dorm. You ain't thinking about that. So
dudes out in the club ain't the dude that you should be looking for in college. That's not the dude.
What dude in college? There's some.
Okay, those are the some that you should be going for because everybody else is hoeing it up. That's the difference. You can find that young pre-med in the library where your ass should be at, and then y'all end up studying together. He figure out how to help you. You figure out how to help him. You can find that young biology major in them labs like you supposed to be doing anyway. While you going and cover yourself up. I don't care. Like what I'm saying
50%.
but that's what I'm saying. Like you going to school to kick it and show off your cakes and do all of that and get drunk and study and take care of yourself.
But some are doing that. Some are going to.
Can I finish cooking, please? Don't let me not cook because I'm triggering you right now. So
you triggering me? I'm fine. I'm good.
You cut me off. Can I get this and then plain Dame? Go ahead. You landed after
as the spatula flips. Continue, my brother.
All right. So all that I'm saying is that you over there going to college looking for the wrong dude. You looking for the dude that's about to fail out. You looking for homeboy that's barking. You looking for homeboy that's spinning. You looking for homeboy that's throwing up signs and all of that stuff.
Nah.
Don't do
that.
Don't do all that. But the thing is that a lot of those guys aren't the ones that finish. Those are the ones that go for the 1 year and 2 year, and they failed out.
You're selling weed.
Yeah. I need money over there.
I need money.
Doing all that, and you done messed around, and the nerd that you was supposed to be with, the one that wasn't out there with all of them chicks or whatever, that's the one that don't nobody want. But the thing is, that's the one that's gonna be the judge in 20 years. Getting ready to be, he went to law school. That's the one that got the whole scholarship, so he gotta be in the thing studying. But he can't get out of there for free. He gotta hurry up and make it shake.
Right. And shout out to my frat bros too, because they hold each other accountable. You can't even be around them guys if you're not doing what you're supposed to do. But that's one aspect of it, right? The other side of it is that you going to school because you mapping out what you want your life to look like. The whole point of you being in school is thinking about, okay, you might be meeting people, you might be dating here and there. You're not in there really to pass out the box like it's a damn, drive through at McDonald's anyhow. You're supposed to be low-key trying to keep everything cool and to get your mind right. That's why you're there in the institution of higher learning. That's the whole point of it. You're not supposed to be letting plain Dame come through on the weekend after he met you at the at the icebreaker and he been breaking your ass down ever since. That's not what you there for. You should not. That's not what be.
Not you triggering somebody mama is crazy.
I'm just saying.
saying. I mean, a lot of people make that make those bad decisions.
We did that. Like I said, I didn't.
Somebody auntie right now.
We did that. I'm saying we did that to death. Me and my fellow street pharmacists. Not saying I'm one of them, but I'm friends with them. And we used to visit college campuses all the time. And we were the guys a lot of women were looking for because, oh, he pulled up in a nice car. He got this going on, whatever. We on the campus every other week now. Now she fell in psych, whatever. And, and bad bitch 101, whatever it is that she in there studying that might not even be making no money later. Focused all the way off. You in college I feel like you go to college to meet your life partner. You might not meet him freshman year, but you might meet him junior year. You might meet him your senior year. You might meet him as you guys both intern at the same company. Who knows? But the whole point of it is you're supposed to be tracking them footsteps going in the right direction. Meanwhile, you guys
supposed to be equally yoked, is what they call it, right? With whoever you rolling with. So you're supposed to be in those spaces showing that you are a viable option, that you got brains along with that body that you're supposed to be having, where you should be considered for long term. Like I can't have you. Right, we both broke now, but once I make this money, I can't have a dumb teaching my kid. What you gonna teach?
And I'm
like, you have to have the ability to learn too.
And I'm developing the app right now.
So let me clarify a piece before we move on to what I also mean by your male figures who may male, even just your elders. I don't got to just put it on the like your elders rather. And shout out to Joe. I agree with you. You ain't got no big mama, so ain't nobody pushing the family thing. But what y'all said, I agree with that. However, in addition to that, no one is telling you that in those years too, you may run into someone to go through that grit with. Even if you were to go say, oh yeah, we're both in sociology, whatever, and we're pathing this and whatever. A lot of, even if you bring someone home to a nice family, they don't look at you like, why are you talking to somebody? Why are you wasting your time? You've got plenty of time. Wait till you're almost 30, you'll be good. Like literally people will be like, you're too young to be talking to anybody. Then these women get to 30 and the guy's like, well, girl, you old. I don't know if I can do that. Give me a 25-year-old.
Well, then what happens is that you miss conversations with daddy on the type of guy you should be looking for. And so once you get to those spaces, you would recognize who that person is by asking certain questions, by vetting him with your father and basically making sure that it's the right decision that you would be looking at long term and letting that person know
art.
where you
I think that's just a loss. I believe that's a lost art. I'm not disagreeing with you, but you're also assuming that there's these older people who are capable, willing, and able to do those things. And I think that there's also a level of that's missing too. But I agree with you. I think that's a great path, but I think that everybody's a privileged path.
That's the other part too, because you got to be careful who the older person is giving you that information. Because Auntie JJ can't sit there and tell you nothing about no man when she on her fifth man at the 7th Thanksgiving dinner. Like, you can't listen to her. She don't know what she wants. She out at the bar. She still thinks she 22. You get what I'm saying? So
she coming up to your college campus
she coming to visit you. She coming to visit you. Ooh, girl, I don't know how you missed out on that one. You know what I mean? Like, so you just you learn discernment in those places. That's the whole point of it. You learning who you are. And you're going to experiment. You're going to get your heart broke. You're going to make some dumb decisions. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Whoa. Wow, Joe.
But that's real. I done seen that. I done seen plenty of them when my freshman year. You think that you got you a little young, little young chick. Y'all go through y'all freshman orientation, and all of a sudden everybody else come to class. People start barking, and guess what? No,
they done did the 5K on Shorty.
Yep. That's perfect. This is a great segue. So speaking of 5K, let's talk about legs and something that
speaking of 5K on
legs. So let's do legs. Whoa. Okay, so where is he now? Do y'all remember that story? Because we're gonna go ahead and go into
legs dead.
Yeah, we're gonna go into rewind and
first show.
Yeah, so we're gonna so all of these things, this is gonna bring us to none of these things started this year, but we definitely gonna start it this year. to rewind y'all to some of the moments we had, and let's see where are they now or where some of this is now. So this is Rewind, Rethink. We're gonna have some fun with it. Drop some drip in the comments. If you have not hit that like button, smash that like button. It's free. If you're not subscribed, I don't know why you're not. Hit that button. So this is us. One of my favorite videos of all started videos of all time.
That's my thing. What's the sense of being 6 feet if you can't kick some ass? I'm cool.
Raindrops falling heavy, break the
Dame, that's one of the best intros I've ever heard from you, by the way. That's probably my favorite.
Yo, damn, that was that like two of me sitting there. That guy was huge.
Yeah, you about what, 50 pounds lighter than then. Yeah.
A soft 60. Yeah.
And they laced it.
It's a small percentage of us out here that does it. I mean, I've been seeing it pop up here and there, but I don't think it's heavily practiced.
And so you don't feel like there's nothing that getting your legs did would do to fulfill anything in life?
Honestly, this is what I got to say on that. You got a lot of women that say, oh, he got to be 6 foot tall or better. He got to be this, he got to be that. Them same women, 5'6" dude knocking her down.
This is just what you just said. Now, we can go ahead. We're going to skip over into to Denzel Stiggerson.
That's just what it is.
And go ahead and go to his video. So I think we end up going to it. So, and then we'll get into him now. And drop some drip in the comments. Let us know which one of the videos you like the best that we had.
And his strength, Alex.
Video?
Yeah, good evening to both of you. Some people view their blessing or a curse. Denzel Sigger says he always knew he was a little bit smaller, but he found himself saying
I'm gonna do you one better. I'm gonna rewind it for you. So you can see how 6 foot look like. What 6 foot look like.
How ghetto people all over the world are enamored by a Riverdale man.
He just returned from Turkey, where he had surgery to grow from 5'5" to 6 feet tall.
Wow. Fox 5's Alex Whitler joins us now live from his Riverdale gym, where he's working on his flexibility and his strength. Alex.
Yeah, good evening to both of you. Some people view their height as either a blessing or a curse. Denzel Sigger says he always knew he was a little bit smaller, but he found himself saying those 2 words Skilo made a music hit. I wish he was a little bit taller, but not to be a baller.
I don't do sports.
Not even to make all the pretty women holler, but he needed someone to make magic, like pulling a rabbit out of hat. All to go from about...
Girl, what?
I don't know what the hell. She got kicked out of some karaoke bars in her day, haven't she? She get remixing everything.
So I want y'all. So we'll make it brief. I'm gonna let it rock for a quick minute, so y'all can see maybe another minute, and then we'll go to now.
This height to that. But no, seriously, in these heels, I'm about 5'5", and that's how tall Denzel Sigger was about 6 months ago. Now he stands at 6 feet.
I wanted to become the best version of myself mentally, physically, and spiritually. And for me, that included height.
It all started in December in Turkey when Siggers underwent his first of what will be 6 surgeries.
Surgically cut the bone, they put a rod in it, and they connect a device outside the leg that connects to the rod inside the leg, and you turn a key on it every day for 90 days.
He did that twice, once on his lower leg, again on his upper, and it cost about $80K overseas versus the estimated $150,000 he would have spent in the States.
What y'all think?
My dude said, spiritually, my height means everything to me. In my spirit, I feel in my spirit that I'm 6 feet tall.
God gave me the 80K.
Yikes.
God gave me the 80K to do this.
Or he gave me the affirm.
I'm
that BBL.
I hope fast forward, he at least got a girlfriend. At least.
What inspired you to do this? Because we're going to get into how arduous this is, but this is a tough, long procedure and recovery and all. So why did you do it?
It's just something I've always wanted since I was a kid. You know, all the men in my family were taller, so I decided to do it for myself as well.
You decided to do it for yourself. You obviously you looked into this procedure.
Go ahead and cut that off.
Hired you to do this.
They usually be on
so
stuff. Yeah.
So he ends up telling him, he gets at one point, I wonder if I can show the transcript, but these comments are relentless too. It said Harvey gonna be 5'8" next week. I'm crying. But he basically, yeah, I mean, he would rather die than be a short king. But yeah, he went through all that pain just so y'all can see him. He's happy. He seems happy and thriving.
It was 3 months.
You know, he's happy and thriving. And, you know, shout out to him. He's doing well. This is, how long ago was this? This is
like a lawsuit waiting to happen, because I mean, in China, they getting rid of them filters on them because they getting tired of procreating with these people and getting these ugly ass kids out the deal. They suing them. They suing their wives. That's number one. So people gonna start suing these dudes. Like, hey, what's up with these kids? I thought you was 6'5". What happened? Well, you know, I was 4'9" when, you know, I had the Danny DeVito going on, and then
I got the key.
And when we got together, right? But you like how I'm 6'5" right now, right? You know, I know I got the scuttle foot going on, the little Limskis. It's okay though, because when my hips work though. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of hips, let's go. And this to me is also, this might be my favorite shorts. That was my favorite intro. This is of all time my favorite shorts. Okay, I have to share it with y'all.
Regular leggings, lifting leggings. Like the difference is
Wow.
insane.
This is my booty report.
Bruh. Nah.
No padding in here.
How good? Freaking coming.
Oh no! What the?
Stop it. Get some help.
So, fast forward to today. Now is the Ozempic. Now it's the Ozempic tip. But on this, they said, listen, body positivity, and they were gonna rock with that. Play Dave. This is my favorite. This might be my favorite short of all time. I'm sorry. It just is. This has been a great year. I don't even know if you remember that.
Listen, I had nightmares. I had nightmares about fupas chasing me and shit after that. It was a bad month. I can't unsee that.
Speaking of not being able to unsee, that pattern didn't stop there. All right, y'all. This is one of our first videos that we did. And I want y'all in the beginning, I was flabbergasted at what this lady said. I couldn't believe it was very early in Trump's presidency when she said this. And so I was just very surprised. So drop some drip in the comments if y'all too were surprised.
Not at all.
Oh.
He's an old, withered up liar, felon, criminal. Eventually, all of this will come to an end because guess what? He's not living forever. And he's looking pretty sad. So we're expecting that there'll be another presidential funeral from his own demise sometime soon.
Well, God, dang.
That scared you, didn't it?
It shocked me. So are you hoping for that, or?
We don't ever hope for people but when there's someone who carries such an evil message, it's like, enough, we're done. Go to the retirement home, have a critical event, do something.
So do you feel like this is Trump's America now?
Oh, no. Do I feel like it's Trump's America? Oh, hell no.
She said a critical event. She said that he's not going to live forever. That is top tier on things that people have said. So Sanctuary City. So that was back when, there was a lot of talk on Sanctuary City. So let's talk about what's going on with sanctuary cities today. Because the fight ain't never over with Donald Trump, y'all. We didn't told y'all, we didn't even get Letitia James, but it never stops. Can't stop, won't stop. Trump don't stop. Because he said, oh, how about I take y'all money?
We're giving 90-day notices to places like California, Scott, Right away, we're going to send out that notice. Who would bill the federal government as people poured into the state to send those people back because no country can afford to do it. No country can afford to take in millions of people, pay for their education, their health care, their hospitals. You just can't do it. And we all have a heart. You can't do it. But many of those people are murderers. They're people released from jails, prisons, mental institutions, insane asylums. They're people that are drug dealers. They're addicts. Additionally, starting February 1st, we're not making any payments to sanctuary cities or states having sanctuary cities because they do everything possible to protect criminals at the expense of American citizens, and it breeds fraud and crime and all of the other problems that come. So we're not making any payment to.
Drop some drip in the comments. Now, what we just showed were two things. One, the first was an interview when sanctuary cities were really at the forefront arguing with Trump, like, listen, we can do what we want to do. We need to protect all people. This is ridiculous. And now Donnie said, oh, I'm finna take that bag. I'm actually surprised that he's gonna take the money away, but
well, I mean, why? Like you can't. Okay, so if you break it down from a standpoint of like you don't if I'm a parent, right, and my kid tells me, look, I ain't going to school, I ain't doing whatever you saying, Dad, then all right, you can get out now. You grown. Like you don't need my money.
You don't need my money. You don't need it. Point blank, period. How you gonna spit in my face and then come back next week talking about some, I need shoes for foot. Get your football head ass out of here. I'm not paying for nothing. You're cut off. You're done. Go get you a job. Figure it out.
Do you feel like the sanctuary cities residents have similar sentiments from that first video that we originally did? Like, do you think that plays a part in President Trump saying, I'm keeping my money? Y'all feel like that? I'm keeping my money.
I mean, I'm sure the liberal people that don't need the money that's coming through that city feel like that. The sympathizers, you know what I mean? But those that really need the bread, that really need the programs, the welfare, the housing, homelessness, all that stuff, that money is get sent to those states for, and you turn around and you can't get it, but homeboy that just showed up a month ago could get.
I mean, people have been complaining about those types of scenarios. So
for too long.
Yeah. So like I understand the overreach that is happening with some of the immigration situation, but I also don't particularly care for the fact that you're trying to harbor certain aspects of that too. So like let's follow whatever the law is stating. I don't really have a dog in the fight. But let's follow whatever the law is stating so that people have the correct path to whatever they need to do. Like regardless, like you don't have there is no safe zone in the United States for stuff like that. I mean, that's really what it is. It reminds me of like having a like playing tag or something. I made it to the base. Like
but
just showing that ain't no base.
But at the same time, too, don't tell me it's cool under one president to do this, but he can't do this. One president could set records kicking people asses out. He kicked out more people than Martin on his TV show. Everybody could go. And had kids wrapped up. Had kids wrapped up in tinfoil blankets looking like baked potatoes on CNN. And you seen people peacefully doing this then. Now when somebody else is doing it that they don't like, I don't like that bitch. You know what I mean? It's that kind of energy. She could do it, but not this bitch. Like, no. Get out the way and move around. And you can't use my money now.
I think it's interesting in the past year, the tactical shift, right? At first he wasn't clamping down on the money, right? Like at first, like now it's, okay. Kind of be getting kind of hard, right? Oh man, I forgot to pull that video up too. That was a classic. But money getting kind of tight, right? I'm gonna have to find that one. We might have to end on that one. That's one of the best shorts ever too. But you know, kind of playing on that in a sense of comply, or I'm not gonna give you any money. Is it right? I mean, if he's saying he don't want sanctuary cities and that's who's writing the checks, I mean, like you said, it's kind of like living in somebody's house and be like, Dad, I deserve to have, you know, these OnlyFans going on in this house. I can do OnlyFans. He's like, we don't do OnlyFans in this house. I do in my room because it's my room, but it's my house.
Well, you can do OnlyFans in whatever apartment. I hope it's
go
enough
to your
money.
boyfriend house and go do OnlyFans.
Well, that's
You
up
can't
out
do
of
that
here.
here.
And on top of that, too, how you gonna sit in my house and tell me, Dad, damn, this food is getting scarce. It ain't enough food in here. I don't know if we got enough juice. I don't know if we got this. And then some new kid show up and come stay the night and never leave. You talking about some Dad. So you just not gonna keep feeding him? I know he ain't from here. He ain't a part of the family, but we ain't gonna keep feeding him. We gotta feed him too. Nah, wrong America, brother. You gotta go. You gotta go. You don't have enough money, right? You ain't got enough resources. Your gas is too high, right? So why are you funding all this other extra ish that's not necessary and no one asked
for? Right. I mean, it just doesn't grow on trees. Like there's certain things that taxes come from. I mean, that's just what the reality is. Yeah.
I got to cut off unnecessary expenditures. That's one of them. Send them back to their parents' house overseas. They would sound like they were doing fine over there.
Speaking of parents.
Hey, Chandler 1cc, what do you mean by that? Please elaborate.
Chandler wants to, yeah, what do you mean by that? You ponder that.
Yeah, what do that mean? It's always the African Americans that check people like you, Chandler.
I mean, I don't know what context Chandler's talking about, because we were talking about sanctuary cities. And so if we're talking about sanctuary cities, that doesn't even make sense. I don't know. I don't know the context of it. So yeah.
Probably was talking about the interracial
Joe want to know
marriage.
what that means too.
Yeah, it's always the African Americans is knocking down white women. I don't know. Like, where was he going with that?
I don't know.
Chandler.
I'm Chandler. I don't understand what you mean by that, Chandler. So can you give us some more context? I'm gonna get to the next segue, but I don't know what you mean by that. Like, it's always the African Americans. Like, we were talking about sanctuary cities, and I'm gonna be honest here. I don't really see sanctuary cities. Like, we didn't find any interviews of FBA talking about sanctuary cities, because I mean, you know, you FBI, then I guess you know. I don't even need to explain that. Yeah, like you know. But speaking of parents, let's go ahead and talk about. Let's revisit our boy Brett Fairley, man.
Because this kid is not mine. And okay, at what point did I say?
But the state said, I don't want to hear that. I don't care about none of that. That's
what
your
state
name,
is
right?
this?
Mississippi. I don't care about none of that. That's your name, right? That's
your
car.
So I understand that.
They don't care.
They want me to pay for everything.
Basically. So with that being said, that is why he's relevant, is that this is technically like obviously it's not, it's scientifically not his baby, but legally they're saying it is his baby. And so he recently got in trouble by technically, yes.
Emotionally, it's definitely.
I mean, it's technically true. So what happened to Brett? Y'all heard about Brett lately?
Oh, he been off the map.
Yeah, ain't heard nothing about Brett.
Because you're not gonna hear anything about Brett because he in jail.
He's still in jail?
Homie's still in jail.
Damn, Brett.
Here, I've stayed quiet long enough.
Brett Fairley has been arrested, in case you missed it. I'm sure most of you have seen it, but here are the charges as well. So here is his booking picture. There's his name.
They got homie booked busy. Okay, literally booked. And he's been silent.
Well, bring a 30-second synopsis for those who don't know about Brett.
So Brett Fairley is a man that lived in Mississippi, and he met a girl. I don't remember, but I might have been a little bit older than him. They ended up smashing and had an agreement about She wanted a baby. So instead of him pushing her towards that IVF that we talked about before, where she go pick out a sperm donor, he said, I'm gonna have the fun and do that for you. She said, you don't have to do that with the kid. Cool, bet. So then she gets pregnant. She's like, listen, this is our baby. He's like, this is not our baby. I don't want to be with you. She's like, but it's our baby, and I can prove it's our baby. So this is your baby too. So he ends up taking on the baby, right? He ends up taking on the baby. He signs the birth certificate, and then she puts him through hell. I'm talking about like he trying to go on, they not together. He trying to go on dates. She trying to throw the baby on. She's reporting him on stuff and so forth. On the flip side, on her end, from her perspective, he wanted this baby. He said he wanted to be a dad, and he's not being a dad. So that's the two conflicting stories that we have here. Fast forward, he ends up dating this nurse chick. And when he starts dating the nurse chick, that's actually when all the problems started happening, because the nurse chick had a baby. So she was putting him on game about child support stuff he's supposed to do. So he went and got himself a DNA test to find out the baby ain't even his. But in the state of Mississippi, they said, we don't really care. It ain't your baby. You about to.
Damn, I said 30 seconds. Damn.
Yeah, anyways, baby's not his baby, but they say it's his baby because they said
just
it's
say
his
it's
baby.
paternity fraud. That's all you would have to say. Damn.
And now he's in jail because of some voting violations, and he's been in jail for
because he
almost a year.
violated the order that it was supposed to be a silent issue, because they don't want in the state of Mississippi for people to know that they condone paternity fraud. That's really all that this is.
Allegedly, because that's not we not about
Allegedly,
that state of Mississippi.
they
Come pull up.
I was waiting on that A word to, you know.
Hell no. I'm gonna be like plain name. Ain't no alleged.
See, that's why. So
I feel how I feel.
Well, there's a 40-minute video where he got the text messages and everything. So it's just, I mean, it's what the court say, but no.
She sound wild. Go check out Brett Fairley. Make sure y'all hit the algorithm, because I think we need to bring, the reason why I brought this up is because we ain't heard nothing from Brett about Brett. That's concerning. I am genuinely concerned that he got a voting violation and we ain't heard from homie in a year. I bet he's still locked up. Because he was doing something near a water. Like, what is going on?
Hold your head, Brett.
Yeah.
Hold your head, Brett. African Americans is rooting for you. Hold your head, Brett. We here for you, brother. Free Brett. Gotta get the free Brett t-shirts with the DNA at the bottom.
I like that. That's a good one.
So our last one
look,
we're gonna do
this a weight loss. This a weight loss one here. Look.
We're gonna talk about this is the H-1B crackdown. This is when Trump blew up the spot. Because listen, we could pick a whole show on Trump blowing up the spot. He blew up the spot and was like, oh, y'all want to have H-1Bs? Y'all gonna pay for them. And so we were able to break on this very quickly.
Back.
Yeah, we broke on this very quickly and did a live, and like, what was it? Maybe 2 hours after it was announced, something like that. We were quick.
I'm for damn sure ain't gonna pay. I got 30 people from all over the world developing here. Like you gonna have to leave.
Pour it slow, let it flow through the night.
Y'all see our music been rocking
with cash.
It's basically like a tariff.
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. It's another form of deportation when you think about it. So that's exactly what this is.
Oh, it's another form of deportation. You still stand by that, Cassius Pay?
No.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the thing is that based on what the policy was supposed to be, yeah, but I've been to various states and I've seen, what the impact of H-1Bs are. I think is actually a way to increase the what do you call it? The concentration. Increased profits, demand for positions. It's not the $1 million per like it was told before, so it doesn't really
It was like what $100,000 per application or something like that.
Yeah, 100,000 per application. So we already know that that policy's been walked back, and that's mainly because of influence of companies that utilize H-1Bs heavily. So
Just
yeah, I walked it back. Put on the cap.
So
in theory, it was good because it would have decreased the level of competition that's tamping down wages for Americans that can't afford to do what a lot of people that have H-1Bs processing.
I'm gonna take it a step further. I think if they
Go
would have
ahead.
actually followed through indiscriminately of all H-1B, all new H-1Bs, let's say were 100,000, and to renew ones that were already done before 2025 were like 50,000 or something like that, I think we wouldn't have as many layoffs. I think people would have a lot more of their jobs. I think that the economy would be totally different because it ain't worth paying that. But you made it still worth paying. Like if you have so many loopholes, it's only going to maybe target 10% or something like that.
Plus, he stated that at first it was an annual fee, and then it ended up not being an annual fee. Which also, if I can pay a one-time fee for somebody, if the job that they were going to do was $200K, I'm going to pay them $60K. So I'm going to pay $160 one time, and then after that, all the renewals, I'm just still going to pay you the $60. Then that's to me is just numbers. It's a numbers game at that point.
Yeah, I think if something would have been actually done at that point in time, I think that we wouldn't have as many layoffs. And I stand on that. I think that policy not being driven the way that it was proposed when we first reported on it, basically it came out was like, yo, this is dropped. If it would have came out the way that we had interpreted it in the earlier areas, I think we'd have a lot less layoffs. So let's fast forward to present day. This is 2 days ago. And now there are more things going on. So let's hear about it.
Visas for those countries will begin next week. The list of countries is not focused on any one area, but impacts a wide range of nations across the globe.
The announcement by the U.S. State Department on Wednesday was posted on its social media site. It said the State Department will pause immigration visa.
Okay, so they're going to pause visa processing from 75 countries and freeze remain active until we can ensure new immigrants will not extract wealth from American people. But that still kind of doesn't make sense. I want to see the list. I wonder if it'll. Here is the list.
Nations such as St. Kitts and Macedonia.
So this is the 75.
Did you just say St. Kitts? St. Kitts, St. Bart's,
Yes.
Nigeria, man,
Uruguay,
anywhere where there's black people.
Cuba has Laos, it has Lebanon, Afghanistan,
Laos?
yeah,
Wow.
right. It's in Nepal, Nicaragua,
There's like
Pakistan.
huge Laos and Hmong populations in the Wisconsin and
Minnesota.
Wisconsin and Minnesota.
Oh,
area.
you don't say.
Yeah. So those populations, and this is me just loosely remembering history, were a part of helping the U.S. During it's either Vietnam or Korean Wars, one of the two.
I believe it's Vietnam. I think it's
Yeah,
Vietnam.
I feel like that in
I
Vietnam.
think it's Vietnam. I'm pretty sure it's Vietnam.
And so essentially those groups were able to Hmong are people without a country. That is correct. So huge Hmong population in the area. I never knew what that ethnic group actually was till I started moving around and shaking in different states, because where I was from, I never knew anybody that was from Laos or anyone who was Hmongs, and I didn't even know the difference between Laotian and Hmong. Like there's a lot that goes into it. But this list is Okay, so Russia's on the list. Syria,
Belarus is on the list. Moldova's on the list.
Tunisia,
so Rwanda is on the list.
Jamaica
is on the list. 90 Day Fiance about to be looking a little different. They about to be mad. I don't even. Some of these countries like
Cape Verde or Verde is the people.
Cape Verde.
Yeah.
So this is the list.
Oh yeah, King of the Hill, yeah.
Libya,
Haiti. This is ridiculous.
So basically, all the EU countries are fine. Everything in the EU is fine. I don't see anything from the EU on there.
Grenada, Guatemala.
Basically everywhere but the EU, Australia,
Senegal.
I'm surprised China ain't on there. China
Like
ain't on there.
They don't want to put it on there, but they would. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like China ain't on there. I'm kind of surprised. India ain't on there.
Is
I'm
North
kind of
Korea on
surprised.
here? Like that makes a difference because people can't.
Hell, North Korea ain't even on. No, they don't need to. They did it themselves. Don't even worry about us. We good. Don't worry about it. We got that.
They won't ship a pencil over here. Let them.
Nah, we cool. We cool. Keep that red 39 over there. We good.
They're like, no, we need
Ghana.
We need,
like these are actually countries that people visit.
Yes,
that's what I'm looking at. I'm like Cape Verde, and people actually vacation in some of the spots that I Jamaica. You know, like
it's
crazy.
So naturally, there's going to be retaliation on these. That's just how it goes. You're not renewing our visas. We not renewing. So this is the start of posturing. This can be very problematic in the near future.
I can see that.
Get your precious metals, people. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm trying to find. Man, it's one of the best ones. Dame had me crying. Dame used to have.
We going on almost 2 hours.
I know. It's just all right. So this is the last one. I'm trying to. Okay, so that's where you got that comment from. All right, y'all. So this is our last one, and it's not a reflection. It's literally our closing. So trends fade, systems endure, choices compound. If you feel overwhelmed, that's not weakness, it's awareness. However, that doesn't mean you need to be a butthole. And there's a way to go about things. So we're gonna leave you a little bit with that's the drip. I'm gonna share this with y'all. I want y'all to really think about what he says in this because it hit different.
In your cup to see if you had enough. You looked in mine to check if I had more than you. That difference says everything.
I'll cut them sound. It said, we are not the same. Pay attention to what people measure. So he said, like, I looked in your cup to see if you had enough, but you were looking in mine to check if I had more than you. That difference says everything. We are not the same. Pay attention to what people measure. I feel like that's a good thing to go into, you know, our going to year two. Because we appreciate all the support from y'all, and we're all about, we have a community tab. We want to learn more about y'all. We want to build community. We want y'all keep coming back. Tell us what y'all like, what y'all would like to know more about. If there's a favorite video, let us know. If you want to see less of something, let us know too. But very much appreciate the support, especially from me. And I just wanted to end on something a little bit on the positive side, because I do feel like we as people should not lean into being selfish first. Like, you don't have to. We don't have to move like that. That doesn't mean you don't be honest though. And that's what we're about here, is being real about stuff. So that's all I got for y'all tonight. Plain Dane, do you have anything? Because it's been a long ride.
Well, it's been, the gang worked very hard on these shows. And I just feel blessed and grateful, man. Blessed and grateful. That's the way I could look at it. You know, like and subscribe. Thank you guys for dripping with us, man. Continue to do so. We got a lot more coming. I am bringing back the common sense car rides as well. I have been lacking in my macking. I'm bringing that back pretty soon.
We very much appreciate it. Well, Cassius Pay, you got anything you want to say on a year or two to start it off?
2026 is going to be a good year for some of us. Some of us it'll be a trying year. However, we shouldn't face it through the lens of fear or scarcity or lack. Build on yourself, and that's what we're about here, is just being independent thinkers, being able to discern and make the best choices that we can, and that's to have a community that fosters that is good. So we talk about things from a political perspective, from a monetary perspective, and we throw a little bit of comedy in there, but it's more so along the lines of just making better choices. We come from backgrounds in technology and risk, insurance, and process improvement. So we look forward to leveraging that and to letting people know what's up. And the last thing I'm gonna say is that silver is at a
I knew he was gonna bring it up.
I knew he was
gonna bring it up. I knew it.
All-time high. And like I started in the pandemic, and now I'm looking like a sage out here because I told you so. That's all I'm gonna keep saying.
I
I
did say that
told
a
you
lot,
that.
y'all.
Yeah.
Up under that mask, he was saying "buy silver, motherfucker." Buy silver.
And shout out to Joe. He said, "Hit the gym, read your Bible, be strong mentally and physically." Year 2. Okay, we hear you.
And if you're talking about spiritually getting your legs dead, that worked too. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be down for 3 or 4 months. But I digress. Silver is at an all-time.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
All right, y'all. That's the
and it's
show.
still going. That's all I'm saying. I'm not your financial advisor. However, I'm just saying, look up some of that stuff.
Oh my gosh.
If it was the element on the periodic table, it would be AG. Look for it.
Wow.
Checklo said Rolls Royce on the way.
No, we're not talking about that. Don't be trying to count any of my non-fungible cash.
I never non-fungible tokens.
All right, y'all. So that's the show. Question the rules, watch the incentives, and don't confuse silence with resolution at all. Not one bit. We'll see y'all next time. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. We appreciate y'all. And we'll see y'all next Friday night.
All right, peace.
Oh yeah, what's in your cup? Let us fill it up, jamming down, bringing all the stuff. Cash is paid, no face, no case. Be so smooth, got the whole world lace. From coast to coast, we bring the toast. Our squad vibes, yeah, we do the most. We're a vibe. Come and take a ride. Hop us up, show love, we're running high. Paid up, we don't mind the roads. Dripping, from coast to coast. Valley nights, incense glow. Deep bass hit, feel it flow. Drip, yeah, we let it show. Our squad, let the rhythm grow. Epidemic, yeah, we hit a boats. Raise your cups, yeah, let's make a toast. Jam day, yeah, she's paid a host. Dripping daily, from coast to